Instant coffee has come a long way since it was first introduced in 1890. Today, it's the go-to fuel for everything from morning commutes to late-night study sessions. At the forefront of this caffeinated revolution is none other than Nestlé's Nescafé, brewing up an incredible 1 billion cups every single day. But what makes this feat truly remarkable? It all begins with the dedication of over 100,000 farmers in coffee-growing powerhouses like Brazil and Vietnam, supplying more than 13 million bags of beans to Nestlé's 24 cutting-edge factories across the globe. Nestlé sources its premium coffee beans from the world's top coffee-growing regions, including Brazil and Vietnam, known for their exceptional quality. The journey starts when coffee plants bloom with delicate white flowers, a fleeting phase lasting just a few days. Over the next 6 to 9 months, these flowers mature into vibrant red cherries, signaling that the beans inside are ready. Timing is everything. Farmers monitor their plants carefully, knowing the ideal harvest moment is when about 95% of the cherries turn red, leaving only a few green ones behind. While hand-picking is a tradition on some farms, larger operations rely on specialized harvesting machines for efficiency. These machines, equipped with 1,500 vibrating rods, shake the ripe cherries from the branches in just 2 to 3 seconds per tree. This allows farmers to collect up to 60 bags of cherries in just 5 hours, a process that would otherwise take days by hand. Once harvested, the cherries are transported to the wet mill within 8 to 12 hours. Here, the magic begins. A gravity separator sorts the cherries. Ripe ones sink to the bottom of a water tank, while unripe ones float to the top. The ripe cherries then move to rotating drums, where their juicy pulp is skillfully separated from the beans inside. Even the discarded pulp doesn't go to waste, it's repurposed as nutrient-rich compost for the farms. Next, the beans enter fermentation tanks to remove a slimy coating called mucilage. Over 12 to 24 hours, clean mountain water naturally breaks down this layer. Farmers carefully monitor the process to ensure the beans don't over-ferment, as even a slight misstep can affect their flavor. Once softened, the beans are washed thoroughly, with farmers using rakes to stir them until spotless. The beans are then spread out to dry in the sun, often on parchment or specialized drying beds. Farmers turn them regularly to ensure even drying. After 1 to 2 weeks, the beans reach the perfect moisture level of around 11%. They're then hulled to remove their tough outer parchment, revealing vibrant green coffee beans ready for the next stage. These green coffee beans are packed into jute bags, labeled for traceability, and stored in ventilated warehouses to maintain freshness. When it's time, they're shipped to Nestlé factories, where the process enters its final phase. A robotic arm lifts the heavy bags onto conveyor belts, and a moisture sensor checks each batch for quality. Only the best beans move forward. Before roasting, human tasters sample brewed coffee to ensure each batch meets the highest standards. These experts, with finely tuned taste buds, can detect even the subtlest flavor variations. Once approved, the beans are roasted in industrial rotating drums at temperatures between 370 degrees Fahrenheit and 540 degrees Fahrenheit. This step develops their signature aroma and flavor. Fun fact, lighter roasts retain more caffeine, while darker roasts deliver bolder flavors. After roasting, the beans are cooled and ground into a coarse powder. This powder is brewed into a strong coffee extract. which undergoes one of two drying methods. For Nescafé Classic, the extract is spray-dried. It's atomized into fine droplets and blasted with hot air at 10 degrees Fahrenheit, evaporating moisture instantly to form a fine powder. For Nescafé Gold, the extract is freeze-dried to lock in premium flavor and aroma. It's frozen into a coffee ice sheet, shattered into granules, and sublimated to remove moisture, preserving every nuance of flavor. In the spray drying method, the liquid coffee extract is transformed into a fine mist by a high-pressure spray nozzle. Scorching hot air at 10 degrees Fahrenheit instantly evaporates the moisture, leaving behind tiny coffee particles that settle at the bottom as a fine powder. These granules are what we recognize as the classic instant coffee. In the spray drying method, the liquid coffee extract is transformed into a fine mist by a high-pressure spray nozzle. Scorching hot air at 10 degrees Fahrenheit instantly evaporates the moisture, leaving behind tiny coffee particles that settle at the bottom as a fine powder. These granules are what we recognize as the classic instant coffee. Finally, the dried coffee granules are packed into jars. High-speed machines fill and seal up to 320 jars per minute, ensuring freshness in every scoop. These jars are labeled and shipped worldwide, ready to bring instant coffee magic to your cup. Throughout every stage, from farm to factory, rigorous quality checks ensure only the best coffee reaches consumers. Robotic systems and human expertise work together to maintain consistency, flavor, and freshness. The journey from coffee cherry to instant coffee is intricate and fascinating. Every step ensures that when you pour your cup, it's nothing short of perfection. Thank you for exploring this incredible process with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Seeds of Emotion for more captivating content. See you next time.